Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a waning moon reading for the sign in the title below. I'm doing a joint introduction for all 12 of them because it would be a good idea for you to watch your sun and your moon and your rising sign and quite possibly your Saturn and Jupiter at the moment. And you will get sick of hearing me say the same thing over and over and over again. So same introduction, same time signature on all of them to fast forward past it. But stay with me this first time. Now, the waxing moon readings were looking at what to increase over the course of the waxing moon, leading up, in this case, to the full moon in Gemini. There are many great astrologers even on YouTube, the Leo King, Soul Garden TV, Anastasia, Cosmic Astrologer, and Adam Elmbass, sorry, and Sun Soul TV. All of them have a look at what they've got to say about the full moon in Gemini, the solar eclipse on the December the 26th that we're coming up to, and also the infamous Saturn and Pluto conjunction that is peaking on January the 12th. What we are looking at, Pluto, remember, is about transformations and endings. So this is very good for a waning moon reading where we are looking at what we want to decrease by the point of the new moon. Now is a time for making decisions. Now is a time for saying, that is where I want to be, and I don't want to be here anymore, wherever here, or even more, hopefully, I don't want to be there anymore. So hopefully you've already got some movement out of whatever it is. But we run the risk of setting the same old patterns again for another 31 years, apparently. Now, I've only just done the first 31 years, or it might have been 38, whichever, the astrologers will tell you. So now it's really important to look at what we need to cut out, what we need to reduce, what we need to walk away from, ready for the new beginnings, typified by the next new moon and by the solar eclipse, apparently. I wasn't aware they mean new things, but apparently they mean new things, at least according to Divinely Feminine, another reader I highly recommend. Anyway, I've waffled enough. You've got the idea. The question is, what should your sign decrease and reduce leading up to the new moon? And let me bring up the cards. Okay, Gemini, I'm hoping that the audio issues that I've been experiencing won't mean there's too big a difference between my voice now and my voice a second ago. So let me show you through the spread. We have the oracle cards to one side. We have the god that is trying to lift you up and the god or energy that is trying to push you down, that is trying to stand between you and your higher ideals, higher goals, God self, whichever way you want to look at it. But the one thing I want to point out to you before I switch cameras is you have the Empress twice here, which is showing that you are in quite a fertile time, but I do think that you're not necessarily noticing the just how abundant you are being right now, because I do feel within these cards there is an element of it is time for you to stand up, speak out, and get moving. It's almost like you've been thinking about what you wanted to be true, and if only it could be true, and I will get there eventually, but I can't start now because XYZ. And it's taken strength for you to hold on to what it is that you're wanting, but you haven't done anything about it yet because you felt imprisoned, even though there is quite a lot of abundance around you. But with this Empress at the top here, I feel like her face to me looked really dark. It looked like it was glowering. It's like the results of your actions so far are, you feel that they are insufficient. You feel dissatisfied. You feel like It's like you've washed a whole load of clothes and a red thing got in and turned all the white shirts pink. There's, yeah, they're all lovely and clean, but they're pink, which might not be a bad thing if it's a nice, even colour, unless you desperately need white shirts, which is probably why you bought them in the first place. So it's almost as if you're feeling that to get what you want, you're going to have to cut certain things out, or you're going to have to cut out some of what you've achieved so far to move further, because we're leading from this glowering Empress and the Queen of Swords to the Five of Pentacles and Princess of Wands. Five of Pentacles, people can call it a card of poverty. Other people will call it a card of support in poverty, of someone offering a little bit of a helping hand, someone offering company. In this deck, it's like a magic money tree in the middle of nowhere that you suddenly find. Although not money, but there is a tree in the middle of a barren wasteland with 5 beautiful golden pentacles hanging from it. Where you're heading, you've got enough with these two empresses, two incarnations of the Empress. Yeah, there's you have enough, even if some of it hasn't turned out quite the way you wanted it, and you've been feeling like you've been held back. But there's been some karmic debts to pay. There's been some karma going on, and that's something that you have engaged, recruited, gained some good karma recently. So maybe there was a good reason for you holding back, but now is the time to release. Now is the time to have faith in your dreams. And even if you've got to go to work in a pink shirt, go in a pink shirt, because it will work. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, because what is supporting you is Zeus, supremacy. What supports you is you taking the act of taking charge, okay? Because, yeah, you may have to cut a few things out, and there's a divine pairing here, so King of Swords, Queen of Swords. But this King of Swords is clarified, by the Two of Swords. But in this one, I'm feeling quite a camaraderie in the combat, that there is a fight that you need to have, or a point that you need to make, you need to be heard. And it's not like a Gemini to be unheard. Do you know what I mean? But this is a little deeper than the standard Gemini nature of quite flighty and moving from one fact to another. There is oomph behind this, and there is something that you have been holding back that you need to reveal. And I think you've been apprehensive about revealing this, or saying this to whoever, whatever this is, but you're going to have a better response than what you thought. And whoever it is that you're having to say this to goes, I agree. Or, do you know, that dovetails perfectly with what I want to do. Yes, let's go this way. Okay, so there is definitely time for you to draw stock over everything that you have got, because as I say, it's 2 incarnations of the Empress. It's been quite abundant for you, but you just need a little bit of balance. Part of that balance is you saying what you feel, what you think, and not putting a barrier between you and your emotions regarding this, whatever this current passage is in your development. What stands against you? Hygeia, good health. Has the fact that you've been keeping something quiet been echoing out in your body? I think maybe it is time to speak out, and you will find the release, and it will also get rid of some ache or pain or something, or the fact that the balance is required as you are moving forward, as you are taking stock. With two empresses here and your magic money tree, you've got everything that you need to move forward. If you need more things, whatever those things may be, they will come along the path. But you've got enough to step forward gingerly, slowly, carefully. No need to rush this, but you will be defining your own supremacy if you speak out right now, and you're currently maybe blind to the fact that there are people around you that will support you, even though you think that this person you want to speak out to is going to be working against you. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. But 8 of Cups on the bottom of that deck. What's on the bottom of this deck? 8 of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's work involved, slowly and surely, and there's certain things that you need to leave behind. So, with release here, whatever it is that you need to say, that is bringing an end to the matter. Now, looking at the astrology, if you don't say it now, you're not likely to for another God knows how many years, 31, 38, 12, whichever cycle you want to look at. But even just 12 years, that's a long time. Spit it out, get it said, get it done, move on, and things are going to work in your favour here, but slowly, okay? Things will work in your favour slowly, and you need to progress slowly. But I do feel, one thing that I feel with all of this is there's no hurry. All the empresses are sat down. The King of Swords is sat down. The Princess of Wands is just pootling along. Your 7 of Pentacles guy, he's just stood there thinking. The balance that is required means not moving too fast. The Queen of Swords, who stood glowering on her balcony here, I wouldn't want to get on her bad side. That glowering needs to finish, but it will take a while to get down off that balcony. No hurry. All right? Just speak out. Speak out now. Cheers. Do check out, before I say cheers, if it means anything to you, comment down below and press subscribe. But do check out your waning moon readings. Once they'll be released on the day of the full moon, hopefully, schedule willing. But in the meantime, yeah, say it already, Gemini. It's about time. And now, genuinely, cheers.